Hello, this is Jeff. I am in the middle of a project putting down tile in my den, and I actually started it last year, about a year ago. This is February of 15, and last year with my tax returns, I used the money to buy the tile, but I ran out of money to get everything I needed, and this year I'm finishing buying the stuff and hopefully finishing the project. I had to add a layer of plywood to the floor because the floor joists were not all level, and when there's one place where the seam was between plywood, that the plywood was actually between an eighth and a quarter inch higher than the adjacent sheet. And originally the people who added this room on just nailed it down and forced it down, with nails. But after a while, the nail holes kind of expanded, pardon, and the board came back up. So, so I bought some screws. Ta-da! This is my third box. Haven't opened it yet. I actually screwed down that seam, and then I bought some, I guess it's called particle board. It's not regular, like compressed sawdust kind of wood, but it's like wood chips. I couldn't afford to get the other plywood, the regular sheets of plywood. But anyway, I'm hoping that this isn't going to give me any trouble, especially laying out the adhesive, distributing the adhesive, because I got to use the thing with the little teeth on it to spread it around, and I'm afraid the little teeth will kick up some splinters. I really hope not. I've got some leveling compound or cement, whatever they call it, to put in the seams and all. Last year I bought the tile, and this year I bought the plywood and most of the other hardware I needed, such as the screws and new blades for the saw and such as that. Well, let me show you. That's one parts of the sheet here. The floor had 3 whole sheets of plywood. Let me stand over here. There's like 3 whole sheets of plywood on this side going this way, that way. And then there was a second whole sheet, and then the third whole sheet right here. And then about 55-inch pieces going here, here, and here. That's the way it was originally, but now I've got the whole sheet, the 8-foot sheet running here, and then the 5-foot or 50-something inch sheet over there. Because right there was that irregular seam, and I wanted to completely, cover over that seam to make it flat again. And the floor is a lot better off now. I have most of the room done, about 95% or so. I still have a lot of junk in here. Been moving it around. We also moved some in here because we had some company come for the weekend. So there's some extra stuff in here. But there's a little strip here in front of the fireplace. And then that corner by the fireplace left to cover. And I've marked that piece there to cut to put in the corner. And then I'll use a piece of this here to do the piece in front, and then I'll be done. And I've got these tile, about a 2-foot stack of Armstrong tile. what do they call it, vinyl composite or whatever. This is, the top sheet is very dirty. Anywho, these are very heavy. That's about a 300-pound stack. Don't know, it's pretty dark over here. Anyhow, that's can't turn on my flash or my light. That's a very heavy stack. I do have one concern though, and it's over here where it meets the dining room. Let me turn on this other light. I hope it helps. Like I said, well, this room was added on by some very incompetent people. This used to be a window before the room was added on, and the original floor is right at 55 years old, and then the den was added on in 77. And right here they're flush, and there's the kitty cat. But on this side it's about a 1/4 inch or 3/8 to a 1/2 inch higher. And I was hoping to overlap that seam with the tile to come through the doorway, so I could cut this linoleum. But it looks like I'm going to have to stop the tile hard right here. And then I'm going to have this little gap in the seam and the irregular floor, and I don't know what to do with that. If there's anybody viewing who knows what I can do, and sees this in a timely manner, I want to help. I want to help, Daddy. Please get back with me. Just send a reply down below. My email address is ki4lle@gmail.com. That's my old ham radio call sign. I'm a ham operator. Got a ham radio right there. It's not connected right now because of all the chaos. My call is now KW4AY, Kilowatt Whiskey 4 Alpha Yankee. You can look me up on QRZ.com. You can see my my little page there. I think it'll show it. Anyway, I appreciate you looking. I'm not going to ask you to subscribe. A lot of people say, subscribe, subscribe, subscribe! I don't care if you subscribe. I just appreciate you coming by to look at the video. But thanks again.